Ariel Swan, if you are up here and would like to throw a question.
Hi guys, yes, thank you. So I guess I just wanted to let you know that I think your delivery has been amazing within the VeVe app. I work in IT and I'm always really impressed by how quickly you get out upgrades and how good they are. I know there can sometimes be complaints, but in general, I think it's amazing. So I guess my question to you is, how do you work as a team and what's happening on the ground, especially for your developers?
Number one, complaints. Don't look at any of them.
Just the odd little.
Yeah, the little one. Yeah. Thanks for the shout out. We obviously, as a technology team, we do work very hard. Luckily, we're still quite a small team, so that means that we can be very agile. And as I mentioned earlier, we're always running or developing multiple concurrent upgrades or new features at any one time, and when we see some feedback coming from the community like, oh, your comics suck because they can't tilt, we generally jump on those things and start to prioritize them a bit quicker. But basically the way the team works on the ground is we work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, and a shitload of caffeine. It's basically how it goes.
Yep.
Fair enough. Thank you.
But thank you for the
comments. We are all remote as well. Which,
really? Wow.
All of us.
And is it a global team?
Yeah, it is now, isn't it? We've got most bases covered, I think.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for your time and your
questions.
Thanks, guys. Very much appreciated. Dancing Need Arena, I believe you are back.
Hi, yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah, we've got you now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for having me up here. Long-time listener, first-time speaker. First off, I would like to say if any of the team needs an assistant, I'm more than glad to quit my job and work for VeVe. But also, I know it might be too early for this, but I had kind of a general question about the land in the VeVeVerse once we get to that point. My main question is, are you guys looking into having enough for everybody that would want one? Are you guys going to kind of like mint a lot of those just to kind of ensure that everyone gets one or gets a chance to get one? Or would it be kind of like a limited thing?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the land will be limited because effectively each piece of land will be an NFT in its own right. So for that reason, it will be limited. And the land that you'll be able to purchase will be around specific areas within the VeVeVerse. However, if you don't have it, you don't actually have to have any land. You can still exist in your showroom, or your home can exist in what we call the ether, which basically means that you exist in the VeVeVerse, but you don't necessarily your home isn't necessarily placed on a piece of land. So while we will calculate the numbers fairly carefully on how much land is out there, we do also want to make it a limited edition item. Obviously, if you manage to get in early enough, or you manage to win the auction to get the land, that's in a way it's another form of a collectible. However, in saying that, as we open up different parts of the VeVeVerse, you will be able to buy additional land around those areas. So even if you were to miss the first land sale, there will, as the VeVeVerse expands, there will more than likely be more land coming into the market.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for the question.
Hi, everybody.
Is perfect. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys. I'm Lisa. I'm in Ireland, so it's lovely to talk to you all tonight. My question is, obviously you're working with some huge brands, and I'm just wondering, because VeVe is now synonymous with the NFT craze, can we expect any VeVe own brand NFTs? And also, I'm just wondering if you're speaking to Blue Sky Studios.
Sorry, what studios was it?
Blue Sky, Ice Age.
I will have to check in with the Chief License Officer, aka David Yu, on that one. Yeah. And sorry, what was the first part of the question?
I'm just wondering if you have
Will we have
VeVe NFTs, your own
Oh, yes.
identity.
Yeah, so we probably won't create our own IP to any great deal. Really, we are in the business of working with these major brands to help them enter into this NFT and digital collectible world. However, in saying that, we will be releasing a whole ranges of accessories that ultimately we will be designing and creating. Which I guess effectively will be a sort of a VeVe brand. And there might be a few other things like, maybe you can add a cool VeVe logo to your showroom, or a big V, or maybe like the OMI O. You might be able to add those kind of items. So I guess technically they will be VeVe released, but we probably won't go down the path of trying to create our own IP, like the next Batman or the next Iron Man. We'll leave that to the professionals.
Adding a David Yu hairline to your collectibles.
Well, we all know that's
number one request.
The highest request of
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, perfect. Does that cover your question there, Lisa?
It does. And then if I could just say one last comment, just when somebody was spoken about the nighttime the black and the white screens, I'm just wondering if this isn't already on your list, could you add auto rotate as well?
Yes, the auto rotate is definitely coming for various sections like the showrooms and anywhere else that is applicable.
Super, thank you.
So so with the migration of the NFTs onto the blockchain on Immutable X, so obviously certain licensors are going to allow the sale on OpenSea and the total ownership of the assets. Now, with the licensors that don't agree to that, are they going to be kept off the blockchain for the time being, or will they move across and be held back in some other way?
No, so everything is minted on chain. So everything we create is an NFT, and I wouldn't say that the licensors who don't want to do it, I would actually, my perspective on it is that it is something that is going to happen. We already see massive demand out there for it, and these licensors are smart people. They see that OpenSea does 3 billion in revenue in a month, and their job is ultimately to make money out of the IP that they own. So personally, I believe that we are going to see interoperability across the board. It might just take longer, obviously, for some of these more sensitive IPs. But yeah, to go back to the first part of your question, is that yes, everything will be an NFT. You will be able to look it up. There'll just be certain restrictions on some licensors, whether you can send that NFT out of the app or not.
Perfect, that's great, thank you. Just one last quick thing. So I know obviously you have licensors that you can't announce yet, but is there rough numbers on how many you can't announce?
It is between 0 and 1,000.
Yeah, I thought so.
I thought you were going to ask when Pokemon, man. I'm a little bit disappointed.
I mean, I'm hoping for that as well, but we'll see. Hey. Thanks for your time, guys. Take care.